Scott Fitzgerald was a writer during the Jazz Age. Fitzgerald falls into the category of lost generation writers of the 1920s. This means that he began writing well-known works during the time of World War I, and he was only allowed limited success because the people were more focused on the war than they were reading novels. Fitzgerald was awarded the majority of his fame after his death. Although Fitzgerald had 4 published novels, This Side of Paradise, The Beautiful and Damned, The Great Gatsby, and Tender is the Night, The Great Gatsby is known as his most famous work. F. Scott Fitzgerald fell in love with a young lady by the name of Zelda. Zelda was raised in Montgomery, Alabama, and was the daughter of an Alabama Supreme Court justice. Zelda was a bit of a partier and used to living the wealthy lifestyle. She refused to marry Fitzgerald until he could prove that he was on his way to being wealthy. When his first novel sold over 40,000 copies in the first year, she agreed to marry him. Quickly, their marriage became filled with drinking and infidelity. F. Scott Fitzgerald and Ernest Hemingway had developed a friendship until Zelda came into the picture. After the marriage between Zelda and F. Scott, Fitzgerald began to fall into her lifestyle, drinking heavily and attending parties on a regular basis. Hemingway then began to despise them both and stated that Fitzgerald's writing was terrible and Zelda was insane. F. Scott Fitzgerald began taking classes at Princeton University and used the opportunity to create relationships with people in power. For example, Edmund Wilson and John Bishop. Fitzgerald left Princeton without ever graduating, but he learned many writing skills that helped to push him through his career. It is apparent that many of the characters in The Great Gatsby run parallel to realistic people in Fitzgerald's life. Nick representing the loss of the friendship with Hemingway, Daisy representing the loss of Zelda, and constant partying representing the true reality of his life and the one thing he believed destroyed who he was. It is rumored that Fitzgerald wrote the novel after waking up from a drunken sleep and realizing he had dreamed up the entire novel. However, I like to believe he used it as a way of journaling and coping with hardships in life. The life of F. Scott Fitzgerald is one of both triumph and tragedy. Fitzgerald channeled his own experiences and his own obstacles into the writing of The Great Gatsby. Through the novel, Fitzgerald allows us to see both sides of success. Behind his brilliant masterpiece was just a man struggling to make it. In the words of Fitzgerald, I hope you live a life you are proud of. If you find that you are not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again.